Hello everyone. Sorry I haven't worked on this, I think in about 2 weeks. At least that's 2 weeks ago was the last video I uploaded on this project. Well, this snapper SPA 520 mower deck is covered up, well, partly covered up by nuts and bolts and washers and stuff. It's from a snapper commercial walk behind. It was a hydrostatic drive. Snapper had drive units where they could put a same drive unit. They could bolt up a 36. I don't know if they made a 42. They made a 48. They made this is a 52 inch. Then they had 61 inch. I think some of them were belt drive, others were hydrostatic. Of course, a hydrostatic drive would cost more. And right there, that's a 36 inch. It's a 36 inch deck. There's the caster frame. 36 inch snapper commercial walk behind. I got another one in the other barn. I added casters to the rear of it probably, I don't know, 10-15 years ago. I was going to make it into a wing mower. Never finished it. Yet another project I started and didn't finish. Anyway, this is what I've done tonight. Tonight I used a couple of these. Are if you go in the electrical section of Menards, if hopefully you got a Menards. I know Menards is not, they don't have stores all over the US. I'm in Minnesota. Excuse me for yawning. This is a heavy thick steel angle iron. They sell different pieces, you know, this long L bracket, and there's right here's a smaller L bracket. They got T-shaped brackets. They got two-hole long ones. They got 4-hole long ones. Then they got these L-shaped ones. And then, but on the internet, what was it, 2016, I think 2015, 2016, I found these on eBay, and I bought like 20 some of these, and I used them on the overgrown four-wheel drive, four-wheel steer pedal cart that I built in here out of steel, and it was overbuilt, way too heavy. And then when the Lyme disease came back to kick me in the butt, I had to stop working on it end of April 2016. But long story short, so tonight, yes, I used 2 of these to mount to this lower, this Hillman. Let me turn the flashlight down. This Hillman perforated steel 1.5 inch tube. So I got them on the bottom. Let me put the phone down where you can see them better. So got it hanging down there. I had this attached to the bottom weeks ago and then just bolted straight into here, but I need this to be able to flex. Need this to be able to pivot. So that's the red bar is the original lower arm on the right side of the Toro 5XI 79365 single stage snowblower mule drive. It was a snowblower I got in 2018, I think November 2018, in a trade. And it was one that had wear on it. I just needed the mule drive. I got another one over there that's complete. No, it's not for sale. I've located in Wisconsin, a guy has another one of these single stage 79365 5XI snow blowers that's got some damage to it, but it's got a good mule drive, and I was going to use that to adapt my 44-inch Burco to it, so I could run a 44-inch Burco on the front of one of my Toro 5XI tractors. But I'm sorry, I get off track. So this is what I did tonight. I had to drill a hole through this lower arm to use these two brackets here to attach to this, because this needs to be able to float. I didn't tighten this nut. I double nutted this one, but I didn't tighten it. I just want it to be able to be a lateral link on this side. This hangs down lower than I would like it to. The bottom of it's probably 1.5 inches off the floor. I don't know if I don't know. I guess, once I get this figured out, I'm just going to have to run the tractor outside and just drive it around on the lawn and see how everything moves around, see if anything binds up. And here you see I have the Toro 52-inch commercial walk-behind spindle. Started to bolt it up, and there's not a lot of distance between it and the V and flat idler pulleys from the mule drive. And then tonight I was working with this, and I moved it, and I discovered, oh crap, the bearings are worn out in this thing. Why didn't I discover that sooner? But I guess, hopefully the rest of the parts are still good in this, and then I can just replace the bearings. Boy, that's a lot of play. I mean, that is a lot of play. So this is where the blade would bolt to. So you could imagine the pull from the belt tension on this thing would make the blade tips uneven. Maybe on the forward side of the blade sitting up too high. On the back side of the blade, it's digging down into the grass a little bit deeper. So I've never taken one of these apart while this nut comes off. Hopefully it's pretty simple. I offered to, I get another one of these that's a single pulley, probably from the same mower deck. And I offered to sell it to my landlord's son, because they got several Toro Groundsmaster mowers. And he says, oh, I probably don't need it. I just put new bearings in them. So I will eventually, cut this off here, and then cut off right there, probably part of this, because when I turn full right, this tire hits that. So this is not small stuff. I am re-engineering things here. I'm very much re-engineering things here. From I had to calculate blade tip speed. I still could be off by 10, 15 miles per hour. I don't know. I think I'm, because the PTO belt's going to run to the big pulley. Another belt's going to run from the small pulley up to, it's going to twist and go up to the double pulley spindle on the front center of the mower deck. And but I'm going to make sure this spindle is not going to move. That spindle's going to be spinning, I don't know, I forget what I calculated it at. It's got to be spinning at least 3,600 RPM. I don't know. Maybe closer to 4,000 RPM. I'd have to look through my calculations, but anyway, I gotta go home, go to sleep, come back and mow grass. Like often I'm here way later than I should. Excuse me, don't tell anybody. Does anybody know? Okay, these Snapper commercial, they were also sold under the name Keys, though I have never seen a Keys version. I think I've maybe seen a picture of the Keys version. This is like an infinitely adjustable height. And these things have a tendency of rusting or breaking. I think I sprayed WD-40 down into these several years ago because one or both of them was stuck. They both move. But if anyone, I'm looking for another one of these Snapper 52-inch mower decks. You know, even if you know someone that has, I don't know if the 48-inch would be SPA 480. If you know someone that has a parts deck that uses the same spindles as this one, if the price is right, and if it's not too far from me here east of St. Paul, I might be interested in buying it. I don't know how good those tires are going to be. I literally got this mower deck for free. I think it was, I don't know, late 2000s. I think it was on Craigslist. Someone posted it. It had the drive unit behind it, no engine, and it was free. And I was the first person of about 20 who replied to I'll take it. And the guy, when I went to pick it up, the guy says, you're the lucky first person to say you'll take it. So yeah, that's pretty nice getting it for free. But I think this will be a fun project. It's early September. I got a feeling there was a snowstorm in the Sierras, what was it, about a week ago or so. And I think the last time they had a snowstorm in the Sierras at the beginning of September was 20 years ago. So I got the feeling we're going to have a little bit earlier winter, a little bit shorter fall. So if I want to test this thing out, I got to get her running pretty soon. But yeah, so here's the way. Okay, let me turn the flashlight on. Okay, so you see where the pulleys line up. I got the big pulley pretty close to center, to halfway between the V pulley in the back and halfway between the flat pulley in the back from the mule drive. So, and then the nearer set of pulleys, the smaller one is going to come back to this pulley. And let me think of which direction is this thing going to be spinning. Okay, belt engine spins down this way. It's going to come down this way. Oh boy, I don't know. I might have to have this that Toro 52-inch mower deck spindle. I might have to move it. I might have to move it that way a little bit and angle it this way a little bit in order to get this to work, because I'm not lined up the best way. not lined up the best way with this. But then the pulley that the mule drive went to on the single stage 5XI snowblower was over this way. I could probably move it over 1 inch because those holes in the Hillman perforated steel are 1 inch apart, center to center. So yeah, I could do that. Well, I'm a smart guy. I can figure this out. I just yeah, I'll figure this out. Gotta mow grass after I wake up today. All right, that's enough. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye.